Hello and welcome to Alchemist Whim. I am Alchemist Jen, and I hope you're having a good day. Happy day to you. Today's whim of the day is, I think I'm just gonna chat while I knit. So I'm working on my silly scarflet, and it is fun. So it's fun because it's a great yarn and it's a great pattern. I really like it. I know I made it. That's okay. I can be cool and excited about my own stuff. Yay. So today, yeah, just keep knitting away on this beauty. This is going to be a sample for Little Button Craft Shop in Rochester. So excited to have this go live with them. I'm really enjoying this concept of having samples, making them, but then having them go live places. So this is a fun first step for me, and I'm excited to continue this on and have things go live places. So yay! Gives me reason to make things, to double check my patterns, and then also just kind of work through my concept. So I am still looking forward to making a really chunky version of this, so maybe more like a big chunky scarf. So that'll be coming up at some point. And I think it's going to be super fun, so I'll probably aim for that for something fall related. A nice fall release of that would be super fun. Same pattern, different size yarn, and huge chunky needles. Sounds freaking amazing. So today I want to talk a little bit about just random things, really. So I had a show at Themata in Rochester, so it was awesome. So reasons it was awesome, as I saw a lot of people that I'd seen before, and then just kind of the past 2 weekends, it's getting kind of, I don't know, it's just really cool. People know my stuff. They I talked a little bit about that before after the other show, like just seeing repeat people and, talking to people that, have connections with other shops and things, and just kind of enjoying the community that is being, is growing, around me. So it's really, really cool just to see that growth and to, I guess have people that know who I am and what I'm doing, and they're excited to see me, and see my stuff, and it's validating, but then also just, reaffirming that I'm on my good path, I guess, for myself. I'm doing the right things in the sense of being true to myself and being true to what I want to create, and I don't really feel like I have to follow expectations of others as I'm creating. There's the aspects of, what people want me to create. Like, they want to see more yarn and things, but they love my variety of yarns, and they love my freshness to them in the colors. So I want to keep those fresh, and so ways to do that are not necessarily to keep repeating different colorways. It's to have fun, to explore, to just really keep it playful, and it works for how I like to create, but then how I like to just, I think, be in general. So it's encouraging me to be more authentically me, if that makes sense too. So I'm enjoying that process, and enjoying knitting. And so that's something that I think I've enjoyed to some degree, but there's also pieces of it that I've just kind of drudged through to some degree, and making myself do the knitting. It doesn't come as naturally necessarily as the crocheting does, but as I'm going through these rows, like super quick, and just turning it and going, I'm realizing that I can get into that comfort zone and enjoy the process too. So I don't know, being able to confidently call myself a knitter is a fascinating thing, and I'm just growing in my skills this way too. So I'm looking forward to having more patterns that are related to even doing creatures that are knit too. So and not just crocheting them. So I've got lots of things that I can work towards and grow with and connect with people with, and then I know those are the really cool things. So like those are the things that excite me, that keep me, I don't know, connected to me and I don't know, my true kind of spirit in that sense. So it's really exciting just to be able to be a part of it and to help it grow and to see where it's going to go. So those are my thoughts on that goodness for the day. And I looking at my next month or so, and I've got 2 shows at the beginning of June, and they're both huge shows. They're large shows. So so yeah, I'm just looking at what I need to do for myself, taking a couple days here just to kind of take a little bit lower key. I'm definitely going to order more yarn so I can start the dyeing process, but I'm looking at staging my times so that I can pause when I need to, but not leave everything, pretty much leave nothing to the last minute, make sure that it's all super easy and ready to roll, just for my own health and sanity, and just, I don't like, I guess, having extra stress, if that makes sense. There's no reason to have extra stress. So anything that I can plan for and pack for and finish early, it's good. It's really good practice, and then B, it really just gives me that confidence that I know I've done what I wanted to do with something instead of feeling like I've had to rush something. So just that's another piece that I'm learning about myself, and looking at my timelines to make sure that I can make that happen, which is really cool. I do know that I need a lot more yarn, and I also need to work through some fabric things too. So I'm excited about that, and I can balance those very well. There's different days that I can dye different things. So I'm excited about setting up my calendar for the next few weeks. Go through my planner and just really set up a good plan for how I want to execute and what I want to execute, what my goals are for the next little stretch. I don't know, I really like that portion of it too, being able to look at a specific time frame and know that I'm working towards something. Helps my brain wrap around what I need to do, but then also keeps me focused and I guess motivated to keep working on something because I know I've got my goal and my time frame set up. Brain likes it. So that's what's going on with me. I am excited to just keep making stuff. So yay, and I feel so thankful just for the opportunity to be able to make stuff, and it's coming together. And I was just reflecting earlier just how much has changed for me on that front in the last year, and just how much I've been able to grow, and how much I will continue to grow through this. It really just will continue to be exponential for at least a little while, just as I'm on that, beginning kind of growth curve, which is really cool. So I'm enjoying it, and I'm just gonna keep moving forward with it, and I'm excited. So those are my thoughts. I keep saying that. I feel like I said it a couple times. And then for tomorrow, it would be interesting to see what I talk about, knowing that I need to rest a little bit, so not jump full in, but I also do need to set up a calendar and order some yarn the next 2 days. So yeah, not too heavy plan-wise. Looking forward to some sleep. I definitely want to keep away from even the slightly getting close to burning out. I mean, I do have, you know, a lot going on with just life stuff. So work and this and, you know, there's a lot going on. So I just have to be kind to myself and encourage myself to rest and to plan for it. I think that planning for the rest is just as important as planning for the actions in this. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on rest and action and forward goals and time frames. So I'm looking forward to things. So things that I'm going to be working on besides dyeing a bunch of yarn and besides working through some fabric dyeing, I have the resin creatures that I want to do, and so that's an ongoing little project. So those will be fun. I'll start those in the next couple days. I figure if I can at least get something carved maybe once a week, then I've got some things that I'm working on, and then eventually I'll be able to make molds and then do the resin. So carving and built, I guess, is probably the right thing to do. I want to do them in clay first. Say carved. Anyway, I'm working on sculpting. Maybe that's the better thing. Some creatures, kind of play with them, work through some different designs that way before I even get to the point of making molds and playing with resin. But, you know, that's I love process things like that. You know, it'll take me a while. It'll, you know, I'll learn a lot during the whole process, and I love that. So, yeah. And then keep working on my quest for yarn that I can use for patterns. I feel like as far as the crocheting goes, I'm on a bit of a holding pattern with I need to find the yarns that I want to use so that I can do up the patterns using the yarns and then be able to release the patterns, you know, with having yarn available. And planning having on my own set of solids and for colorways, as well as just having something that I can break down into minis too. Like there's a lot that's going to go on with it, but I find it really exciting. So, you know, be doing something a little bit out of the ordinary, a little bit more fun is intriguing, and it's also a big project. So I'm allowing myself to have enough time to complete it, not to rush myself, not to push my my ideas, my thoughts past where, you know, I realistically should be, and it will help me have better outcome, but then also not to be disappointed. For instance, if something doesn't go you know, quick enough or things like that. So I think that those are healthy standards and boundaries to have along with that. So those are just my thoughts. Just trying to be realistic, not rush through things. I've already done a lot in a little bit of time, considering, and I can take my time through some of the rest of it to make sure that it's what I want and that I get it right, and I can be, I guess, yeah, just involved in the whole thing so that I don't feel like I'm rushing it. I think that would make me happy. So I guess happy. That would make me feel like I'm doing what I want to and due diligence around it too. So those are my thoughts. Yay! That's my whim of the day. Randomly talking with you again. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching me knit. Not look at the camera for a bit, but I got a few rows in. And we'll see what the whim of the day is tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Toodaloo.